It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of God. A camel through the eye of a needle, a comic exaggeration. Another one is the plank in your eye, a plank in your eye. Why does the Lord use such exaggerations? To draw our attention and to give and to shake us out of our own sense of complacency. Let us look at this passage very closely. The disciples were astonished when they heard these words. And the context was the young man, the rich young man who, when the Lord told him, "You want to be perfect, you are a good man, for you follow all the commandments. You're really, in every way, good man. But something is lacking, you say. This is it. Go and sell everything and come with me." And as you know, he went home. He couldn't do what the Lord told him because he was in the bondage, or he was possessed by his own possessions. The disciples are surprised because in the culture of the time or the understanding of the people, wealth was thought to be God's favor. So a rich person means, oh, God has blessed him. God is very pleased with him. Look at him, he's a very rich man. So a rich person was thought to be a blessed person. God has given him special favor. Look at him. And here the Lord is saying, no. But again, remember, it's not about the size of the bank balance. Doesn't mean just because somebody is wealthy, the person is bad. No. The meaning is, where is your heart? Your attitude. The point the Lord is making is, money can give you a false sense of security. Isn't it true? Money gives a kind of power. If I have money, I can buy anything I want. There's some kind of power. I can do what I want. I can buy the things I want. I have some kind of power when I have money. And money can create that kind of false sense of security. But as we know, money is not everything. Money is not everything. Lord is everything. Look at the words. What Jesus says. The disciples ask him, who then can be saved? Jesus says, with the man this is impossible. The meaning is very simple. Everything by the grace of God. Everything. Everything by the grace of God. If you have that kind of attitude and understanding, what I am today, about your health and wealth and family, your children, your career, if you think that way about everything in your life, in everything, by the grace of God, then you have got the right attitude. You may say, oh, my career, I studied very hard, and the money I have in the bank, I worked very hard. You may say, you can put those kind of logic into that, but ultimately, who gave you the talent? Who gave you the brain? Who gave you the job? Who gave you the health or whatever, your family, your children? Who gave you everything? Ultimately, there's nothing to boast about. If you always keep on saying, by the grace of God. Not about saying, more about saying inside you, by the grace of God. By the grace of God, one more day. By the grace of God, one more evening. I have to say, by the grace of God, one more Mass I am privileged to celebrate. One more Mass. Tomorrow, I don't know. By the grace of God, one more. Please apply that to everything in your life. You live a life of content, happiness, fulfillment. In spite of the things you may be lacking, either in health or this or that, in spite of the things you think you lack, you will have a life of content and fulfillment. By the grace of God, everything is okay. By the grace of God, tomorrow will be fine. By the grace of God, things are going to be okay. The one who carried me until today, the same God will carry me tomorrow. By the grace of God, I am what I am.